It's week 1 of the 2023 season, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Rams and the 49ers on Monday night.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Tonight we wrap a busy first week of the season with a second of 2 on a Monday night between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
Got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
A seasoned veteran. We're seeing more chapters being added in Stafford's decorated career. Secured a Super Bowl ring, remains a respected leader, and his stats, they're better than ever. Now we just continue to watch him climb the ranks of the NFL's all-time passing leaders.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
So here are the 49ers and their offense in great field position already. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play, and if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
After the sack on 1st down, Burrow. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. The kick by Gold is good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Stafford. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now it's Stafford. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw complete there to Beckham. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
From the red zone now, Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Here's Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight to the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he's going to to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of gamble. It's open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll do a nice job here just to find his way back to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's got Ayuk once again. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Joe Mixon taking it in from 11 yards out. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. And they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, L.A. Marquise Brown, 76 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw it on.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. Taken down at the 42. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Burrow. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. yards, the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Stafford. And that's out to the flat for Swift. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Fielded at the 33. Dances by him. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Now it's Burrow. This is caught. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners have yet again retaken the lead. And boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Gold to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
On first down, Stafford here.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Off of play action. Here's Stafford.
And that's complete downfield to Cooks.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Stafford. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will tie things at 17 all. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Burrow looking to pass. Escaping the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
And his offense was staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Stafford going to give it to Swift.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Gay's kick is good, and with that they take the lead here 20-17.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over. But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. It's Mixon on the counter. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From just shy of midfield, Burrow. And this one is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Burrow. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Stafford now to throw. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Caught left side, it's Beckham.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Stafford on 1st down. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Throwing again is Stafford.
Quick slant complete to OBJ.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now Stafford.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down. Now it's Stafford. Towards the end zone for Brown. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, as the first half is winding down.
And the Rams will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right.
Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it's Hollywood, Marquise Brown, who finishes it off with the touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was the visiting Panthers who were able to come in and get one on the road. Jacoby Brissett, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. Next, we head off to check out another game, and you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And it was important for them to get the season off on the right foot. And they've done just that, thanks to a very solid outing by their passing offense thus far. Meanwhile, for the Niners, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Finding room at midfield.
The 20. Touchdown, 49ers.
Justin Jefferson,
73 yards.
And the 49ers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense.
He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Stafford. Throw complete right side to Cooks.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Stafford.
Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the 38, Stafford. It's caught by OBJ. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. On first down, it's Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
To throw again on second down, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To the air again, Stafford. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. As San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive.
Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down.
Got the completion, but it certainly wasn't on his time frame. Hurried on that play.
Absolutely. The pressure affected him. Unable to get it further downfield. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. L.A. set to take over again on offense.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Now a toss for Swift left side.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. First down. Here's Burrow. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Again, it's Burrow.
That's caught by Werner, the tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Mixing up the middle.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Cameron Jordan now with his 2nd sack here on opening night.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. He made his first attempt, this from 45. The kick by Gould is good, and that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage?
Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one?
I put a star. I put a star. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aaron Donald with a sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Burrow will throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Now Gould for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. L.A. readies for its next possession. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half. Maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point your dad did the exact same thing mine did.
Okay.
It's okay to be confident, son, but overconfident, that's not a good thing. And that's maybe what we saw here. They thought they had this thing in hand, had full control, and guess what? They've got to find a way to get back to where they were before.
You think Papa Davis and Papa Gordon would get along?
I think they'd get along just fine. And you know something? They'd still be giving us advice.
Absolutely. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On second down, Jacobs. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The offense on third down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Right back to Swift again on second down. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. From the gun on third down, Stafford. Throw caught there by Osborne. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
2nd and 10.
Now Stafford. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Stafford looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the 49ers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 45 on second down. Burrow. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. From the gun on third down is Burrow.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Throwing again on second down. Burrow complete. Jefferson to target. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. To the air again, Burrow. Flushed out right. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 33 yards that time. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Now Burrow. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Stafford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Stafford. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Gay's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This one fielded at the 5, and he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now Burrow on first down.
Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield now, Burrow. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Gold is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
So Matthew Stafford in the offense. Down by 11, 2:12 to play. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. On first down, it's Stafford.
Quickly into the hands of Beckham.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
On fourth down, Stafford. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Joe Mixon
With career touchdown number 60.
And the 49ers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on fourth down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the fourth quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The LA offense ready for this next possession. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. It's caught. Smith. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. 9 yards is the loss on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender and work to the defense's advantage on that play.
So here's 3rd and 20, and with a long yardage, defense going with a nickel look. To throw is Stafford. He's got a man, complete. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Stafford's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Again, it's Stafford. Over the middle here to Brown. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for San Francisco, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for L.A., they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati.